Good morning.
Can you explain again?
Here I'm taking two input parameters, Bala. One is related context, nothing but my type head block name, and output name is which is coming from the output JSON path contact name. I'm given as the output variable as output name, and account ID which is coming from the data after extract, and this is coming in the data which we are getting the OMI script data. That is like a step one account names block account ID. I pass here.
Okay. So this way output from the first type ahead, you're passing it to the passing it as the account ID, ACC
Yes.
ID, so that
Yes.
based on this ACC ID as well as the input, you are getting the correct result, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. This looks nice. Yeah. And I saw Vinay is telling he's able to get the lookup mode.
The same thing I actually did like what how Dinesh did, but I don't have the first filter, first input parameter. I have passed only the second one from the first JSON object. I have passed the account ID to my second data after, and how many contacts are belong to that particular account. I'm getting that in the lookup. So
Okay.
where is the
Can you
data?
create, Dinesh,
Sorry?
can you create the version? Can you create new version of this OS?
Okay.
Try that. From here itself, you can click on script configuration, just create new version. So go to second data after and remove the
Here I need to remove this one.
first one. No, first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Then go back to your type ahead block and make it look up.
Here type head key it is required or not?
Yeah, it's required.
Yeah.
Whatever you read from that data after, that is displayed as a type ahead key, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can preview now.
This is how I did, Bala.
Okay. So some mapping wrong or something. Can you go again? Can you show the output? Can you preview this data after? Can you preview this data after?
Okay. So I need to remove here also as well.
Yeah, you need to remove output name, not ACC ID. Can you go to extract? You need to remove the second one, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone's here. Okay. Let me.
Thanks, Bala and Vinay.
Welcome. Okay, let me share my screen. So, okay, only 2 of you responded. Anyone completed this task or anyone tried? Even if you try and if you don't get it, it's okay. But just tell me that you have tried.
I tried and I got it. I did same as when
Oh, nice. Okay.
I did same as when I. That's why I shared my screen.
You want to show?
That's why I did not share my screen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else tried and got it? I have someone in the hot list. So, Prasad, have you tried?
I tried Bala, but I did not get the same result.
Okay.
I also tried Bala, but actually I didn't. I mean, I was a little bit confused. That's why I dropped from there. Again, I will try and I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Let me. Okay. So, the same thing, but I have added few more fields. Let me show you.
Hey,
So that,
Bala, sorry,
yes,
Sheetal here. Just one quick question. I did that with the another data rafter, but I was just trying to do through the same data rafter that we did. Is there any way we can use the data JSON node contacts from the prior data rafter for the second one, or is it always I'll have to create a separate data raptors to fetch the data based on the first
no, we
selection?
can use data JSON. We can get the data in the first data raptor itself and use that as data JSON. So yesterday I tried and I didn't get it right. So then I thought I won't try it. I'll try this weekend and show you how to do that. So I thought you people will also try. We can have we can get the data and just pass it as data JSON
Okay.
and show it as lookup. It can be used. Data JSON can be used both with lookup. Lookup is nothing but the drop down. Type head becomes a drop down. So, but if this one, if not lookup, then searchable. This
Oh,
data JSON path can be used for both of them.
okay, so I don't necessarily have to go to the lookup mode. I can just directly say check that use data JSON and mention the data JSON path.
Yeah.
But it doesn't automatically give me the name, just like in the type ahead key we can select, right? The one we created. So I'll have to manually give the whole path from the
Yes.
block level, or it's just like the contacts.
The data source, that the path, the full path of the data source, that is there in this data. For example, if I have list of contacts along with this account,
Mm-hmm.
so that means it will be there inside this main node. So we should give the whole path.
Okay. Okay.
So then
Understood.
only, yeah, then only that will take as the data JSON input path.
All right. Okay. I'll try again.
Yeah. So now I went ahead, had a small button to select the contact. Now my account is selected. So I don't have business number, that's why it didn't show up. So I can just get the contact and click on select to populate the values of the contact into different set of fields. So how I did that? So I have followed the same way that Dinesh has, not Dinesh, Vinay has showed. Like I'm passing the source of this ID. The source of ID is always will be there in this field. So always remember when you have a type ahead block, you will get this suffix hyphen block. Always remember this. So to pass this ID, I need full path. Account details, account name hyphen block colon ID. If you are not clear how to identify this path and all, I have some shortcut for you. So not shortcut, a better way. So this JSON editor online is very good tool where we can uh, see the path, understand the path. But remember, this should be in the form of JSON. So this is incomplete. So now this is complete, right? Not yet. One more is needed. So once I do this, I can click on tree and I can see the whole path. So ID is here. So account details colon this account name hyphen block colon ID. So which has to be passed to this data raptor as a data source. You can see here account details colon account name hyphen block colon ID. So which is the data source and the filter value which is referred in the data raptor, right? So this ACC ID is in the data raptor. So as per this ID, this data raptor will give the result of the accounts with this ID, right? And I have this type ahead key, which is with name and this lookup mode. Sometimes customer asks us like, hey, I want to search an account along with account as well as account name as well as account number, right? They'll ask us, I just want to enter either account name or account number. Sometimes I also I mean even customers also ask about the state or the city. They want to display all that information. So search will be with name and uh, the account number, but they want us to show all the details like account name comma account number comma the address. So we can add one more OR condition, account number like same input. Then if we preview, we see with ABC, or we can also have, so I have account number, but okay, none of the accounts has account number. Okay, so let's search with AC. I'll see this one. Oh, AC is okay. Let me search with the number. Okay, so with number also I'm getting that getting the accounts because it's searching with the account number or business number. So we can have OR condition where user can search both with account number as well as account name. Three, six. Okay, let's see. I didn't get it. So, but when I search for the account number, I should get the related account as well, right? So when I pass the account key, before that, let us discuss about formulas before we debug and fix it. So user want us to display the business name, comma, business number, comma, city. So we can go to formulas and create few formulas. Generally, how people will do, they'll create a formula field in the object where they'll concatenate these three fields. Concatenate these three fields, use them as a field, right? We can also do this here. So by adding the formula, we have a lot of formula functions which are not similar to Salesforce. These are entirely different set of functions. I have open it, yeah. So here are the various functions that Velocity is providing. So in this, I have something called concat, which can concatenate multiple fields, right? So I'll go back, concat, and I should give the exact path, account. So better I'll take from here, account name. So in the percentage, so this is called merge field, right? Whenever we refer a field, we should give them in the percentage. Then comma, then phone number, this comma is the separator, and this comma is to add as a string, like concatenating, right? We are concatenating. I want to give space here, I want to give space here, then billing city. Then I want to add it here, final key or something. I'll pass this final key. So when I write a formula, the output of the formula will be stored in this path. Okay, so we can pick this and we can just add it here.
Bala, sorry, one doubt.
Yeah.
Account name, you first you given percentile, other fields it doesn't give percentile.
Yeah.
Just my doubt.
So when I preview, what I see is the names, right? So all the names, all the account numbers, all the city, because it's not it's I mean it's concatenating everything. So here to differentiate them, here everything is account, right? So we need to pass the output as account colon final key, which we can use it here. I got the whole final key with the concatenation of ACME, EA, and New York. So when the user search with the name, okay, this final key has to be referred here. Now, when the user search with the name or account number, we'll see all this data, right? RA hyphen 32. Now it's searching for account number as well, account name or account number. So we can just populate the combination of data and ask user to select that, so that the data will be populated below. And the same thing with contact. What happened to the contact? I don't know. So this is how we can modify the data wrapper and use the formulas. In the formulas, we have various functions. Most commonly used functions are this exists, filter. We can check whether a specific data is available in the list or not. For example, in this list, if this office is available, then this list will return true, or else list will return false. This exists will always return true or false, and also doesn't exist is also there. Exists. We can also check is blank, is not blank, most commonly used. Where is that? Does, oh, not exist. It's not doesn't exist, it's not exist. So reverse way, it will check for the specific value which is not there, then it returns the true. Okay, so and this merge list is also commonly used. We can merge multiple lists, and we can also use this for, this is also most commonly used. And filter is filter is also most commonly used. Here is the filter. Filter will filter a specific value in the list. For example, in the list, if I want to filter only with this last name is equal to Smith, I can do that. I'll give you some examples about these filters, exist, etc. in further sessions. Today I want to discuss about EditBlock as well. Okay, so Dinesh, please copy all this into a document and share it with the team.
Sure, Bala.
I'll send this link to you later. So we can use different formulas or different functions in this formula field to get output, and all to we can filter, we can check whether it is null or not. We can also check the size. We'll also have the size. List size, it returns the number of items in the list. To test for the empty list, use is blank. So there is one limitation. If the list size is 0, still it will return 1. That's why Velocity recommends that use is blank instead of checking for the list size. Okay, we can check, like if we don't have number of accounts, when we check this, we can pass a message like, hey, no contact something as the output. That can be done using the data wrapper formulas. You can give a try. I'll just write it as a task. So now how I did this, how you have the button here. Once I get the contact, I'm not getting the contact. Okay, let's try with some other account. Okay. So once I got this contact, how I'm using this button, or this is actually set value. Set value will pop or will assign, set value can be used to assign data to a specific node. Okay. So for example, I have this first name. I want to assign this value, assign a value into this first name. I want to populate a value into this first name. So I can use set value, or I can also use set value to set some data. For example, uh, I want to check for the same, like if you want to check whether the number of how many number of contacts are there out, I want to check the list size. Here the set of functions are different from the functions in this data raptors, the data raptors. So you can see the functions here on the right from the set value. I didn't remember the size. Lot of functions are not available. Filter is not available. Exist is not available. List related things are mostly not available in this. Okay, anyways. So we can also check for the check with the if condition, right? We will do that. So if you remember, we used concat, but here the format is concatenate. Concatenate. So we can use this concatenate to concatenate more than one value. Set value also can be used. So we can use, yeah, count is there. Count of something will give the number of records inside it. You people try it.
Bala, in the place of values, do we give the element name or the JSON data path?
Data JSON data path is nothing but the element names, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll give the whole path. We should give the whole path.
Okay.
For example, if I want to check number of contacts, this is the list. It won't show now because type head will not return number of records, right? It will return only one record. So it will always return only one record. Remember it. It won't return the list. So for count, I can't use this. This is not a list. But in case if you want to check the number of records in the list, you can use the count. But we can use this concat. We can use if condition. We can use and we can convert a normal node to an array using this array of value. This value is something we should pass the path, not the element name. We should pass the complete path of that element or path of the JSON data. Okay. So yeah, these are the various functions we can return just today. We can sum something, we can substring. This substring is most commonly used. So I'll what is this? Oh, Bluetooth. Okay. Someone tried to access my laptop using Bluetooth device. Okay. So this substring is most commonly used when someone enter the pass the context ID. In some cases, context ID can be contact or account or opportunity or something, right? So how will we differentiate? I recently worked on some task, so I'm checking whether an opportunity or a quote. So if the um, ID starts with 006, then it's opportunity. 0Q0 something is code, right? So I have that if condition where I'm checking, I'm substringing the ID. Where is the substring? So substring the ID, text, starting index, ending index. So here I'll give 0 and I'll give 3, then pass the ID here, context ID. Okay, we don't do it here because it's developed to populate. We can have the set value outside. We'll try there. But how I did this? I got output from this data raptor into the data JSON. If you can see here, I got contact block. Let me copy. It's not. It's outside. So I'll pick up this one. I will paste it here and complete the JSON. You should know how to form the JSON. It's not a rocket science, but you should know that JSON starts with this braces and close with this braces. So every node will have this is also called as container, right? So array will be with the square brackets. Content block. I'm writing like f name, l name, then contact ID, contact. So this is the input, email. So I use this fields in the set value to populate into these fields. Like first name, I have first name here, text element. So into this first name, I am populating contacts hyphen block colon f name. I'm using only this one. I'm not referring the step because this is there inside the step itself, right? So I can directly refer this, or I can also refer along with this path account details, but I can just refer using this one, this contacts hyphen block colon f name colon l name populated into last name, phone into phone, email into email. So remember, these are case sensitive. If you miss the case, then you won't see those values. Okay. So this is how we can populate. We can populate data, and so I have one more DR which can create or update. Maybe I didn't. I don't know whether I'm saving or not. Only account record is saved. So we can use the same to save the contact as well, right? Contact details also can be passed to the same data raptor and just populate, and just save those data. So set values, if we add set value inside a step, then it appears as a button. So when user click on it, then this set values will happen. But if we have the same set value outside the step, then it will execute automatically as well as data raptors also. If the data raptor is inside the step, it will show as a button. If it is outside the step, it executes automatically. So if we can add the set value outside, then it will act as it will execute automatically. SV check account ID. let's say is account. I want to check whether the context ID is entered is account or not. There is something called context ID, which will be there in all the Omni scripts. So this is a system variable. We can call it as a context variable or environmental variable. We generally call it as context variable. So context ID, and we'll also have few details. If you can see, we can also check. We will also have the logged in user's profile. Okay, timestamp, user's time zone, user currency code, username, and user ID. User ID is already available. So a lot of people will um, try to query for the user inside the OmniScript. We don't need to. We already have user details. Okay. Let's say if someone enter an account ID here. So context ID is account ID. I want to check the context ID. If the context ID starts with 001, then I want to flag it as true. So let me go write that if condition. If I will take context ID. For that, I'll take substring context ID. Starting index is 0, 3. Okay. Before we use this if, let us see what this output will be. Okay. So I passed account ID as context ID. Then I got 001. If you can see, I'm just getting the first 3 characters of the ID using substring. Then I'll use if. If you don't know the exact syntax, you can always use this, right? If substring of this context ID equal to 001. It's a string, right? So let's then true or false. So this is an account, that's why is account is true. So remember, most of the nodes will be with this double quotes, right? Only numbers and boolean will be straightforward without any quotes. This is not string, right? So only the numbers and the boolean values will be without this without this double quotes. Or else every node, every value, this is the value, this is the key, and this is the value. Remember, we can compare this JSON with map in our Salesforce in Apex. Maybe most of you don't know about map yet, but we can compare with it. And this is the key and this is the value. Okay. So in JSON we call this as node and this is as value. And now boolean values and numbers will not have this double quotes. So this is how we can check is account true. Once we check this, we can use this flag somewhere. If the account is true, context ID is true, we can hide this. We can execute one data after here and populate the account details here instead of searching. Right? If already user is selecting an account, then we can populate those values here, or we can use this context ID as input for this data raptor. But if that is null, we will get an error. So we can have one more data raptor which renders conditionally and populate the data into this type head. You people try it. Okay, have one more data raptor here. So we can have conditional rendering, like we can have conditions in every element, either step or type head or data raptor or text field. Wherever you see, you will have this conditional view. So we can write some conditions here, which is similar to the criteria in Salesforce. We can have, for example, is account I want to pick up from here. Is account equals to true. Then only I want to show this step. This may not be the correct criteria. So I don't see it. I got this error because this is trying to save the data and it's telling here there is no account name. How can I save it? So conditionally I can render something. Okay, so have a data raptor after this this account check. In the data raptor, fetch all the account data and pass the data to this existing type head. Then also get the primary contact or something and populate into this contact. Or maybe you get a list of contacts and pass that contacts to this when the account is selected. You have two type heads, one with conditional rendering with data JSON and one with this ID passed. I'll give the write up on this. Okay, so yeah, now I want to version this and I want to show you something else. Now to talk about an edit block. So now I have contact here, but as per the user selected account, I want to display all the list of contacts in a edit block. So I have created new version. So I want to hide this, hide all this. Okay, now I want to create one more step. Where I want to display all the contacts. So, okay, contact list. Contact is already there as a type head, so I cannot use duplicate name. So here I want to add this edit block. This block or edit block, both of them can display the repeated data. Okay, so block is a normal one. If we add it directly, then we have a repeat option where it will repeat the data. Okay, so let us see the edit block. Okay, first let us see the block. Now I want to have one more data raptor in between, which takes the input of the selected ID. We can use the same data after actually. Because it's not searching for something, right? So we can use the same data after, which returns all the list of contacts. I cannot use the same name, so let me name it as 1. So my this data after will return the list of contacts. When I click next, the data after will execute and it will return the, it didn't. Let me check. So let me check the debug again. ACC ID is passed, but it's not giving the response, it's giving the null response. Maybe there are no contacts. We'll go with the different. Yeah, there are no contacts. We'll go with different account. This ACMA will have good number of contacts. Yeah. So now we can populate. We can. Okay, we have to modify it. So block 1, I will give contact. Then we can add multiple fields into it. I have first name, so text, last name, telephone, and the email. So F name, first name, L name, last name, can you notice this? I have same node with phone, same element, but it has capital letter, it has small letter, both are different. So all these are case sensitive. Remember it. Okay, let me give small here. So now I should go modify this. Let me modify. I'll clone this. I'll give v2 version 2 because I should match So I should map the output. I should map the whole path. So step, block name, and the field name. So the best way to do it is fill something, F name, L name, some phone number, test at test.com. So once we get this whole path, we can pick up this path, take into our data raptor, this is our version 2, give it in the input. Then go to output, contact ID. I have name and contact ID, I won't remove them. So remove email, first name, last name, and phone. Then again quick match. I should give them in the expected, not the input. Then click on quick match. I got this. So if I click on auto match, everything is auto matched. Font direct. Wrong mapping happened. So sometimes we can't relay. What happened now? I have done a mistake, like I have given input JSON. I don't have input JSON here. I should not give input JSON here. So that's why that wrong mapping happened. So now auto match, it matched with email and phone. Then first name, last name. First name with first name. Last name with last name. Now if I preview, I'll get the exact path. Why didn't? What is this ACM? We should have contacts. Let me pick up again. Let me check this query once. Or let us go and pick up some other account. Okay, I got the data, but I got in a wrong way. Contact list colon contact. Let me go back. This contact ID, because of this contact ID and the name, I'm getting the wrong path. So let's go here. Let's pick up this path and add them to this contact ID. Because we need contact ID, we don't need name, but we need contact ID to update the record. So we always append the contact ID to the node. So now I got contact list and the contact is an array now, and I got 4 contacts. So we can refer this in this data after extract action, then preview. So when I choose ACME or something and click next, automatically I should see the contacts. I didn't check this repeat. Okay, I got all the 4 contacts populated. I can add new. I can add new contact and create a new contact. And I should map. I should map the. I should create a data after in the end and map the data after to save this data. Okay, so this is a block which can repeat, but the UI of this block is not so good, and we cannot control this. We cannot remove this add or delete buttons if we want. So Salesforce Velocity has introduced one more block which is called edit block. So I'll rename this. I'll rename everything. Okay, I don't rename it. Let us keep it. So I'm going to hide this. Now I want to add the edit block. So edit block. Instead of this repeat block, I'm adding get block and adding all these fields into this edit block. Remember, whenever it's saving, don't try to move the elements here and there. So sometimes it will create a damage, like the node will be removed, deleted. It's limitation from Salesforce. I mean from Velocity. So now I have this repeat block, sorry, edit block. We'll see how that edit blocks look like. So this is how edit block looks like. So which is a better UI. So we can add the names on the top, like we have all the elements here. So we can just click on 3 elements. We can display up to three elements data here by selecting whatever the fields we want to add. I just got a message. Paradise Biryani takeaway is now open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 10 a.m. they are serving biryani. No option for them, right?
Bala, let's meet there for biryani then.
Sure. Okay, so this is how I can we can populate data in the edit block. Then what about this phone number? Why is this phone number not displayed? So previously when Dinesh said, it's also correct, like if we pass the correct node, it populates automatically, but the actual reason is this masking. This masking is something which give the specific format to enter, like the phone number format is determined by that masking. If I change the masking, see for example, for India, I don't need this format. For example, in India, there is no specific format for phone number, but for example, if I have this 5 digits hyphen 5 digits. So this phone number, if we change the element, if we change the settings in the element, then we should go from the starting. So something like this, right? So that masking will determine the input. So I'll remove this. Then the phone number will populate, but it will lose the masking. Too many ACMS. So I got the phone number now. If I remove, but user can just go with any format now. So I can say it's a kind of limitation. So we can also use this pattern. We can write an expression statements like this. I'm not so good at these expression statements. I'll always search the internet to get the expression. Regular regex. Yeah, exact term is regex. So we can write some regex which stops the user if he tries to enter the different format. So if you people are good, you can use this regex and you can also show the error message here. So this is how we can display list of contacts or list of any data inside an edit block. This edit block is very good because it has different kinds of formats. So this is one kind of format or one kind of style. We can scroll down and we can use this mode, edit block mode. Now it is inline. The most commonly used is this card for context kind of data. So this is how that card looks like, and we can also click new to create new contact. New row will be added. Like this. This is not yet saved. So if you want to see the difference, so these records have ID, this record doesn't have ID. So we can also save this record once we click next, or we can also save record whenever user click on save itself. So tomorrow I'll show you how to use some feature to save the record here itself. Right, there is something called S-object mapping. So you can see it here. So tomorrow I'll show you this S-object mapping. This edit block is very, very important. Now everyone started using this edit block because we can do more within the single block. This edit block, we can save the records, we can delete the records, we can edit the records. We don't need additional data wrappers and all. So I'll show you tomorrow how to do more with this. We can also change the icons. If you can see, this is a person icon. We can also change the icons. So here it's utility and user. I'll show you where to pick up this icons. It's in SLDS. If you go to SLDS, you will see all the list of itself. I'll open Lightning Design System. Lightning Design System is a website where Salesforce has provided a lot of components, right? Lot of we call it as components, right? Or SVG, not SVG, icon. So if we go to icons, and this is the icon space. We can use any of these icons. For example, if I want to use user, so there we have user, right? Person. Okay, I want to use people. So first we need to check under which category it is. Obviously it is not under utilities, it is under standard. So we need to copy icon here, people, and then the standard here. It should be small letter. It's changed, I think so. I use people, right? Yeah. So let me use something else. Let me use this. I don't see the difference. So we can change the icon. We can also have conditions. Conditionally, we can also show conditional icons conditionally. If I'm sure if we are showing both accounts and contacts in the single list. So we can just write a condition and show the relevant icons to that to those cards. So I want you people to try this EditBlock by tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow we are meeting at 4 p.m. So we'll build an end-to-end OMI script tomorrow, like a small grouping where agent will select an account, a contact, add list of contacts, and then select a product. So we'll see how to build an end-to-end OMI script, and at the end we'll create all this. If it's a new account, then we'll create a new account, new contact, and new opportunity and code. If it is an existing account, then create an opportunity and code. I'll show you tomorrow how to do it. We'll see an end-to-end flow. Tomorrow will be hands-on. Maybe I will be needing some volunteers who can, I'll guide and they can work. And also sometimes I can jump in and I can also work. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. Any questions from anyone?
Pala, we just still have to figure out that subquery part.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I went
What-
crazy yesterday. I've been trying like anything. I read it somewhere like data adapter doesn't support the parent to child queries though.
I'll give a hint. So I have two queries, right? Contact and account. I can use filter in the formulas to filter the accounts to populate.
I tried that. It didn't work for me.
Oh, you tried that? Okay.
Yeah, I tried formula. I tried turbo extract. I tried transform. I tried IP. And what else? I think that's it. That's it, I guess.
Got it. I'll show you. I'll work on it and I'll show you to you.
All right. Okay. I got that working, that dependent type ahead block.
Wow, okay. Nice. Yeah.
So just one question there. You mentioned like if it's in the same step, we don't have to give that from step the entire path.
Step name, yes, yeah.
But when I tried it, I removed it. It didn't work for me. Is it only for the typo head block that we have to give the complete, or?
No, when you refer the nodes inside this kind of parameters, you need complete path. In
Okay.
set values and also you don't need.
All right.
If
Understood.
you're populating as a default value or something, then you don't need full path. But to pass into data wrapper, you need it.
Okay. Okay.
So data wrappers will read the path directly from the whole data. So here the surprising thing for me initially is everything is added to this data. This is called as OmniScript JSON data.
Hmm.
So we can pick whatever required node from this whole data. And believe me, whatever generally we work with the client now, this will be more than 500 lines, 1000 lines and all.
Yes, definitely, with so much
Yeah,
steps and so many data.
then we'll use only this kind of tools to see what is there, where and all.
Mhm.
Sometimes we'll get confused, we'll get lost with this JSON. So people who doesn't know JSON, please go to W3 school or somewhere and learn the JSON. It's very important to work with Velocity. We need to know the JSON. We need to know how to build the JSON. So generally how we do, if we have to map the data wrappers, we need to form this JSON. If we are picking up from the OmniScript, it's okay. But if we are building something for transforming data or not with the UI, if we are building it for an IP, then manually we have to build this expected JSON. That time you need to know how to work with this JSON. So that's why you need to learn how to build JSON structure. Makes sense, right?
Yep.
So I think you already know it, but a lot of other people who doesn't know, who are confusing with JSON, I heard about it. So please work on learning the JSON. JSON. So these are the JSON lessons. Very less. JSON is very small concept. What is phrase? What are the data types? I posted it in the group. Yeah, I'm done for the day. Hope you like today's session because EditBlock is really interesting. For me, it's interesting.
Pretty much.
Okay then. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Pala. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Bala.